So here's a continuation or part 2 to the story I covered a couple days ago that a lot of you guys took a great interest in, which was titled, "My Girl Wants to Take a Break While She's on a 3-month Trip. I Told Her She Can Take a Hike." And this is about the guy, quick recap here. Been with his girlfriend for 4 years, I think. He's 26, she's 23. And out of nowhere, after she's had like a year hung up because she got a brain concussion, which is very strange, and that's a whole other conversation. She wants to go on a 3-month trek overseas, Europe, whatever. And the thing is, she wants to take a break or have an open relationship. In other words, to go have fun with all the Italian guys and Spanish guys and French guys. You get the point. And this guy's like, nope, not having it. And the interesting thing is, this guy stood by her side for a year when she was hung up in the house, couldn't do anything, and this is how she rewards his kindness. And he said pretty much not happening. And then she came back again talking about her friend who has an open relationship, obviously trying to, show how great it is, and he's not having it. And it ended with him saying, basically, she does this, it's over, what should I do? And we all said, dude, it's over. The fact that she's bringing this up says everything. And the likelihood is she's probably going to go meet some guy there she already talking to, or meet up with another girl. And she really cared about you. She'd want you to come for this 3-month trek, not just be by herself. And what, she can't have a good time seeing, the Eiffel Tower or all the other things and enjoy great foods without having some local sausage? Really? So this is going to continue on with a lot of comments that he made, respond to a lot of questions that people asked. So he continues, he says, in response to somebody's question, he says, "She's pretty known in our town just because of her good looks." Pretty known? That's something. "Getting men is easy for her. I know I could get some out of this deal, but never as much as her. But even if it was a good deal for me, I still wouldn't want it." So he doesn't want an open relationship, take a break type of thing. He just wants his girlfriend, but nope. And she's in her prime, she's 23, and pretty known in our town. That tells me, more about her. Another one. He says, "This seems like an exact situation with us. The first couple of years were very good and fun, till she got the brain concussion. We stopped doing fun things altogether, had to support her through the brain concussion, and now when she's recovered a little bit, she suddenly wants to experience the world because her life stood still last year." Well, I could be on board and get behind the whole explore the world and travel and have fun experiences, but what she wants to do is have guys get behind her and do all this without him, and that ain't cool. And she's so easy to just, you can go see other girls. She doesn't love him. I agree that maybe she needs a new environment after having a really bad year. Until she brought up the fact that she wants to experience a single life. A solo trip is one thing, but a break, open relationship is too much for me. Good, bro. Stand by your guns. Stick to your guns. You deserve better. And again, what the hell happened to her that she was held for an entire year? Another one. He says, in response to a question, he says, "Thanks for the advice. She's always open about everything." Well, her orifices are about to be open to all of Europe if you're not careful. "And very honest," which I like about her. Very honest. She's willing to talk about it, but like you said, these topics, exploring the single life, have been brought up by a couple of times throughout our relationship. So this isn't new. So this has come up before. Now we're peeling back the onion here and finding more details here. She's brought this up before. No surprise, she's bringing this up again, which makes me question her loyalty. If there was other things going on behind the scenes. This is why I do these updates. This is why I dig in to see when these guys respond to questions to find out more details. This means that this will always be a wish of hers, and even if we continue, it will probably always be a question in her head. Yeah, if she's bringing this up multiple times throughout your relationship, this is a bad situation. It has to end. If she would like to explore this, she can, but the relationship is over for good. I feel like putting the ball in her court like this. Don't let her have the control here. No, bro, break up with her. And I'm sure it hurts, particularly you gave her a year nursing her back to health. But you know what? Life is short. This isn't wife material, the mother of your children material. No. And I don't want to hear, and I'm going to bet you that when he breaks up with her, and he's going to do it, you can just see where this is going, then she's going to have a meltdown and blame it on her brain issues. Oh, it's because of my brain, because of what happened to me, that made me do this. I wasn't thinking straight. He says here in response to a question about her little trip, he says she's going alone. She doesn't speak to this girlfriend very often, but yesterday they were together and obviously talked about an open relationship. That's why she brought it up to me. She's almost fully recovered, only gets tired after long days. Been on one vacation with her during her concussion, and that went pretty good. So I would say she's capable of going on a solo trip. Well, I'm going to focus more about her friend does open relationships. What I tell you about girls, pay attention to who your girl hangs out with. And if her friend is in an open relationship, that says everything you need to know about her rubbing off on her. Non-behavioral changes. She did have less SCX drive after the brain concussion, though. And last but not least, he says here, even if I could go F other women, the idea that my girl is getting F by other men disgusts me. An open relationship is a big no-go for me. Exactly. This guy, a lot of gals think, or a lot of people think, the narrative is that guys will take any opportunity they can to go hook up with anything that moves. And that's just not true. A lot of these stories about these guys whose wives or girlfriends want the open marriage, open relationship, when they lay out these rules for these things, the woman just wants to have no strings attached, hooking up with guys, when the guy, all he wanted was one girl, one woman to spend his time with. And these guys usually find one gal, and the wife goes bananas over this, wants to close the open marriage because she just wants to have hookups. And it's more, in my opinion, about just the excitement of what's new and the butterflies and being able to gossip with her girlfriends than the actual act itself of hooking up. When the guy just wants one woman. So, yeah, bro, it's over. End of story. Now, I'm going to read one comment that was really good that hits the nail right in the head about this guy's whole situation and why it has to be over. And this guy says here, he quotes him as saying, "We had a very healthy relationship till now, and she's always been honest with me." He says, "Bro, she rewarded your loyalty and patience with the proposition of betrayal wrapped up in a nice gift disguised as a mutually beneficial experience. There is no way in hell you can trust someone like that. She knows you. You've been living together for 2 years, and there is no way she didn't think this wouldn't hurt you." Exactly. I just can't imagine. I've never experienced this, thank God. Having someone you love and been years with telling you that they want to take a break or have an open relationship to go hook up with other dudes. That would just rip my heart out. But I don't have much of a heart anymore. I have a heart for animals. I love animals. I have a heart for people that can't help themselves. I have a heart for children. But for adults and the way human beings behave, adult human beings behave, no. Anyway, you cannot trust someone like that, be it in a relationship or a business. I don't believe there is a justified line, the saying that separates non-monogamy and cheating. It's all betrayal of the relationship at its foundation. There's no such thing as taking a break. Relationships do not have a pause button. It's a wordless contract of loyalty and love. You just cannot tear up a contract and then print out a copy and expect it all to work out. Well, a lot of these gals certainly try and succeed at that. Face it, it is over. Be a big boy, stand by your morals, honor those who taught you how to morally see the world, and leave her. You two are not compatible. Just be happy she showed this side before you got married. That's a silver lining, yes. Nothing to say or do besides being attached by the hip the entire trip will stop her from sleeping around. She wants to act like a child and chase the high of the single life, then let her be single. Move on and find someone who respects you. Oh, and in the future, wait a little longer before moving in with someone. 2 years is not enough to know someone enough to trust them to love in your personal space. Thank you. I've been saying that forever. 5 years you need to be with somebody before you can consider getting engaged to get married. And at that point, then you move in. So a lot of you guys that think I'm going to move in with my girlfriend to save on the bills, make more fucking money or cut your expenses a little back in other places so you don't have to rely on her income. And guess what? She ain't going to contribute 50-50. That's a guarantee. Or think this could be so amazing when she moves in with you. Wrong. But that's not the main point of this whole thing. That all said, if you stay with her or even remotely accept what she is trying to sell you, then don't come back here complaining when the shit hits the fan. And it will. Most people here are telling you what the right decision is. Listen to them or ignore or ignorantly face your own misery. This is great. What he wrote there, this is perfect. Sums up everything. Good for him. So we will see if there is an actual update here with regards to how he handled her. I wanted to go over this part because the story is so popular and you guys want to know what's going on and read more things that's going on behind the scenes here. So if I see a part 3 or him letting us know that he broke up with her or whatever happens, I will definitely let you know. And if I don't see it first and you guys see an update this, let me know. I appreciate it. Email me strongsuccessfulmail@gmail.com and I will definitely cover it and give you a shout out.